Rocker Pat here. Alright guys, it's another day in the jungle. Alright boys, I figured I'd give y'all an update on what's going on in the shop. We haven't talked about what's been happening over here. Been goofing off, playing a little here, playing a little there, and getting them all square. Alright guys, this is what's going on here. Take a look at Hot Rod Row. Got two more cars in our fleet. Here's our $700 Ford truck. People say you can't buy a car for less than $1,000 and it'd be a decent car. I say you're wrong. My little short wheelbase truck, my Monte Carlo. Gonna have to have me a talk with the lawn care people. Next time I see them, this is completely unacceptable right here. I wouldn't do this to your car, and I don't appreciate it when somebody does it to mine. Every time they mow over here, they blow grass all over my cars, and I'm about to put a stop to that, even if I have to come out here and mow it myself. I don't appreciate that. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, on to other things. I got to take the engine out of this tractor eventually and change it out for the landlord guy. It's got a crack in the side of it. My buddy who gave me the 54 Bel Air two-door hardtop last week gave me this little S10 pickup truck. It has a 2.8 in it and it won't run, so I'm waiting on the paperwork for it, and then I'll probably get a V8 kit and put in this thing, and yeah, then we'll have a V8 little S10. It's got Trans Am wheels on it, the honeycomb wheels. It's got a good seat in it, but it's kind of trashed out right now. Again, like I said, I'm waiting on paperwork. Till I get paperwork, I ain't doing anything with it. That's what's going on there. 54 is still getting done what I need to get done. It's going along. Made the ribs in my floor pan. Getting ready to get that all welded in. Got a same guy that gave me this car here. He's got Parkinson's, so he's kind of getting screwed up. Well, he's got a Trailblazer that he's sending over for me to put this engine in. That's a good job. But here's our newest car. Picked that up on Monday. Got a screaming deal on it. It's a 2008 Police Interceptor. Yeah, wonder what's going on here. Just saying. Police light. Police car. Just saying. Got a special project for this car. Bought it for a YouTube video, and I ain't gonna tell you what all's up. Yeah, more grass on the side of this car. But here's the story on it. I went to the other side of Houston, which is pretty damn large, about a 50-mile trip to get where I needed to go, and then 50 miles back to look at another one of these, and it turned out to be a big pile of crap. He wanted $1,000 for it, and I get over there and I had to bring my own battery, and as soon as we started up, it's knocking and rattling, and transmission doesn't go into gear very well. It's got a misfire on it. I'm scanning it, looking for the answer. Rev the engine up, and it blows this heater hose off the intake manifold. And it wasn't that it was missing the clamp like the guy wanted to say. It was that the intake manifold was broke. Well, I offered him 500 bucks for it. He didn't want to take it. They were set on 800 bucks. I walked away from it. The next day I find this one closer to home in Alvin, and literally drove over there, paid him $800 for this car, drove it home. The reason why he was selling it so cheap was he couldn't get it to pass the emissions test here in Houston, and it had two codes stopping that. One was a P0102, mass airflow circuit low, and the other one was a P061B, calibration malfunction. Well, to fix the mass airflow issue, all that was wrong with it is This little wire right here is supposed to have a ground. This little wire does not go to ground anymore. I don't know why, and I'm probably not going to care. Like I've said to other people, if it were a customer's car, I'd find exactly where the problem was. That way I can bill it. But if it's my car, I'm just going to tie onto it right here and run it over here to the ground where it was supposed to go and make my own wire. But anyway, that was what the problem was with the mass airflow sensor. The P061B, of all things, ended up being the air filter. I know it sounds crazy, but the air filter was the problem. And it wasn't that the air filter was dirty. It was that the air filter was not a good air filter. This is the air filter right here, brand spanking new. And what was happening is it will kind of, as you give it gas, it sucks in, and it makes a swirly wrong inside that mass airflow sensor. And when it does that, it throws the calibration off on the sensor and throws it into limp home mode. Then it will only start out in second gear and or third gear or whatever gear it's starting out in, and reduce throttle. It hesitates, it doesn't run right. So I put an air filter in it. 20 minutes later, I was getting a state inspection. The only other problem with it is, well, it's got great tires on it. This trunk lid was screwed up and it was pulled out to here. The hinge is messed up. I just drilled out the holes and got it all back in alignment. It works fine now. But yeah, it got great tires on it all the way around. The only other problem with it at this point, well, I can't say the only, it's got a few more. The control arms are bad, and sorry for the shakies, but you get the point, right? So, and it needs front brake job, and that's why it's on the lift right now. That's what I'm gonna do. But in the trunk of the car, 2 brand new control arms that he had bought and not put on. I guess he was waiting until he got the rest of it fixed or whatever. So I picked up a brake kit from my local parts store, $89 for 2 rotors and brand new brake pads. And I'll slap that on all today. The other problems I have with it is that it also has a code for the cooling fan. And they have wired it up like this. Now I will say they did a pretty decent job of wiring it up, but unfortunately that's not gonna work right for the cooling fan system, because the fan only comes on when the temperature in this pipe right here gets hot enough. And where the problem lies with that is if you turn the air conditioning on, you need the fan to come on too, okay? And this circuit doesn't have any consideration for the air conditioning coming on. So there's a module that sits right there on the cooling fan, and they're known to go bad. I'll just pick one up and put it on there and unwire all this other stuff and fix that. Only other problem I have with it, windshield washer bottle doesn't work. It's holding fluid, but it doesn't spray. I'll figure that one out. Like I said, the only other real problem I have with it is the blend door for the air conditioning and heater is stuck on the heater side. So I gotta deal with pulling the dash out and fixing that. My goal for this car is I have a music video I plan on making, and I want to use this car, and after that I want to sell it and make me a little bit of money. I'm up to 12 cars right now. Yeah, 12 cars. Yeah, maybe we make a little bit of money to buy some parts for that car or whatever I need to do. But yeah, I plan on actually selling this car when I'm done, but I'm gonna fix some problems with it. I mean, may as well, right? I mean, I hate to give somebody a car that's not right. But yeah, 800 bucks. You can do it too. You just gotta know how to fix them, and then you can be the hero in your world. All right, guys. Well, I got some rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking to do, and y'all probably got things better to do than listen to me talk about my cars. We're up to 12 cars and only 4 guitars. Y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. I'm gonna keep grinding it down.